So I'd like to welcome Carol Shaw from Findhorn Press. Carol's publicity and marketing manager, and she's been with Findhorn Press since 1998. So welcome, Carol.
Thank you. It's delightful to be here.
And I gather you've been part of the Findhorn community since the late 1970s.
Yes, that's correct. And in the various roles I've played in and around the community, I've seen innumerable people, both young and old, male and female, go through spiritual emergencies, or what some people prefer to call the dark night of the soul. In fact, for many years, I thought it would be so wonderful if there was a book that I could use and which I could hand to somebody who's in a spiritual emergency, rather than having to do my muddle through best. And very recently, in fact, in the last 2 or 3 months, a very good friend of mine went into her own spiritual emergency. She had been brought up within the Findhorn community, so she'd always been aware of that side of life, but she blocked it off as an adult, and then she got involved with a workshop leader who opened her up far too fast and didn't ground her at the same time. And this young lady was actually scared that she was bipolar. But meeting with her and spending time with her, I realized exactly what was happening. It was a spiritual emergency. And we talked for a while, and I gave her the book, and she went back down to where she lives near Stirling. And obviously we're keeping in close contact. But having that book your book has helped her more than anything, Catherine.
Well, that's lovely. That's really good to hear, Carol. That that it's helping people in a very real, very practical way. And in fact, there's somebody in the book, Kate, who also talks about bipolar and just kind of challenging having, if you like, a diagnosis imposed upon what she herself feels is a process of psycho-spiritual transformation and growth and healing. So thank you very much for sharing that. And I just wanted to ask you, I think some viewers will be interested in, as a publisher, what is it that Findhorn Press looks for in a book? In what ways does In Case of Spiritual Emergency kind of tick the boxes for you?
Well, for me, it ticked every box that we have, because it was something new and original as far as I was concerned. It was giving information to the potential reader that was absolutely vital. And it was filling a need. What Findhorn Press looks to do when we receive thousands of manuscripts a year, and we publish perhaps 30 new titles a year. So we have to use a lot of discernment when the books come in. There's a huge stack of them that we can look at, and we don't even have to turn the first page over, and we can say, no, that's just not a Findhorn Press book. It may be that it's spiritual fiction, or it's just a part of the mind, body, spirit sector that we don't do. We're known for certain types of titles, and if we go too far out of that niche, the market audience isn't there for us. So it's got to fit our view of what MBS is. So it's got to either be self-help or spiritual or alternative health or alternative health for your animals. And beyond that, it's then up to have both myself and the 2 other people on the team who look at the submissions going, this has got something about it. And if we think that it's got something about it, then we put it to another couple of people, one of our authors who's very good at discerning which titles are likely to be successful, and to our American distributor who have a team of people who look at submissions. And if it ticks the boxes after that, then hopefully it gets into our program.
Great. Thank you very much, Carolyn. In fact, I remember the process, you know, going back, I don't know, a year and a half ago now. I remember, the American distributors being involved, even in the process of deciding on the final title and subtitle. So,
Exactly.
yes. So thank you very much. That's lovely. And I'm afraid that's pretty much all we've got time for, but thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule today. And bye for now. Thank you.
Bye, Catherine. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.